Our next topic is displacement vector. Displacement vector. So what is this? Now, displacement vector means when a point is there. Suppose there is a point. We have already studied position vector. Now, suppose there is a point A. This point is displaced to another point B. Okay, this is displaced. So displacement vector will give me the displacement direction from initial to final position. Means from initial to final position it has moved like this. So displacement vector is nothing but AB vector. From A to B it has moved. Suppose this is x direction and this is y direction. So what is displacement vector? If a point is displaced from its initial position to its final position, then the vector representing this displacement is called displacement vector. Okay, so what is happening? From A to B a point is displaced. So this is the initial position, this is the final position. We have already studied that for A we have position vector, for B we have position vector. So can I write like this, that AB is displaced from A to B. So what is the total displacement? Final minus initial, final minus initial. So what is the final? That is B position vector minus A position vector. Yes or no? So B position vector is how much? Can I write it like this? Can I join it? This is the B position vector. Let me name it as R1. If this is the origin, if I let me name it as R2, and if I join it, so A position vector I'll get. Let me name it as R1. So what will happen? Position vector of B, that is OB, minus position vector of A, that is OA. Or I can also write it as R2 minus R1. Okay, can you understand? If it is any other point, suppose some vector, suppose from X to Y it has moved. Okay, from X to Y it has moved. So again I can draw like this position, I can connect it to the origin, and I can say if it is R1 and this is R2, from R2 to R1, so directly it is known that position vector, that is XY, from X to Y, what is the position vector? OY minus OX, which is R2 minus R1. It is very important to understand. If it is some another point, suppose it is P, okay, suppose it is X to P, some body has moved, so I can write it as OP minus OX, which is R2 minus R1. Okay, so any displacement vector can be written in this format. OX, so final minus initial. Now let us see the formula. Suppose this is the point A which was at x and y distance apart, from here x and from here y. Okay, so let me name it as x1 apart and x2, and here let me name it as x1 and y1. Okay, and here similarly x2 and y2 is here. Okay, A is x1 and y1, B is x2 and y2. Now can I write down the values of the position vector of A and B? Let us see. For OA, okay, OA is what? OA is R1. So R1 is x1, means from here to here x1 into I, this we have learnt, plus here y1, so y1 into j cap. R1 vector I can write it like this. Similarly OB, can I write it R2 vector, which is what? R2 vector, which is from here to here I have to move, that is x2 into, here x2 is there, so x2 into I cap, and from here to here I have to move, so y2 into j cap, x2 into I cap plus y2 into j cap. Can I write it like this? Now if I put these values here, so what will I get? AB displacement, I will get it like this, OB minus OA, that is nothing but R2 minus R1, which is equal to, what is R2? This one, x2 I cap plus y2 j cap minus x1 I cap plus y2 y1 j cap. So now x1 I cap and x2 I cap, Can I write it together? x2, and this will give me minus x1, and what is common? I kept. Similarly, plus y2 minus y1 into what I will get? J cap, like this. Can I get it? So this is very important equation now. This is the displacement vector. This is how I get the displacement vector. Similarly, if I want to find the magnitude, what I will do? Magnitude of AB, what I will do? To find the magnitude, we know what we should do. Root under of x2 minus x1 whole square plus y2 minus y1 whole square. We'll just take this magnitude part and we'll square it. If it is asked unit vector of this displacement vector, so AB's unit vector will be equals to AB displacement vector divided by AB's magnitude part. Magnitude and magnitude will get cancelled out, and we will get 1 as its magnitude, and unit part will be remaining. So I can write it like this. So what is the value? x2 minus x1 I cap plus y2 minus y1 j cap divided by, we are getting how much? Root under of x2 minus x1 whole square plus y2 minus y1 whole square. This is how we are getting the unit vector.